The state legislature thought they were helping small contractors when they decided they no longer needed a license to operate.
But counties in South Florida are saying if you don't have a license, you can't pull a permit. That's why one fencing contractor called Help Me Howard with Patrick Frazier.
Island Fence is certainly not new to the business.
No, sir. 50 years in business. Father started this company in 1969. Came from Cuba.
Today, Nestor, his brother, and his sister run the company their dad Placido created, turning wire into chain link fences, welding fences, installing fences.
We do everything. We do aluminum, we do wood, chain link, concrete walls, you name it, we do it. Oh, we love it. We love it.
But right now, the family business has them feeling fenced in.
Oh, I thought it was great law. No, it was terrible.
In 2021, the Florida legislature passed a law saying specialty contractors, people like Nestor who install fences, will no longer need a city or county license to do their work.
I understand that they want to make it easier, but they made it difficult.
That's because when Nestor contacted Dade and Broward counties, he says he was told he would need to get his fencing license from the state to pull a permit in the county. But the state doesn't offer specialty licenses.
And when I contacted the state, they basically just, all I heard was crickets. They had no response for me.
That means around 54 different kind of contractors who do painting, drywall, concrete, on and on, will be in deep trouble when the law goes into effect in 2023.
So in effect, the state's going to put a lot of people out of business.
Absolutely. And I'm not talking about Dade and Broward. I'm talking about statewide. Whoever has a specialty license is going to be affected.
The state passed a law that counties cannot require a license for fencing contractors like Nestor. But Nestor can't get a permit to install a fence in South Florida without that license.
Again, here I am laughing, but it's not funny.
What do you think your dad would say if he was
he's rolling in his grave. He's rolling in his grave.
Well, Howard, legally, what can be done?
When a law is not clear legally, there are two ways to fix it. Either the legislature rewrites it before it goes into effect, or some of the people hurt by this get together and sue the state and let a judge straighten it out.
We spoke to several government officials. State officials blame Miami-Dade and Broward County for the confusion. The counties blame the state. One county official told me, "We don't know how we'll handle specialty contractors. The lawyers will have to sort it out." The Miami-Dade County Commission even asked the state to repeal the law or fix it. But Senator Keith Perry from North Florida, who sponsored the bill, told us the law is not confusing and is simple. If you're not required to have a license by the state, the local government cannot require a license to pull a permit. Nestor doesn't think it'll be that easy in Miami-Dade and Broward.
I don't see it happening, especially since the county wants their money. I don't see it happening.
Nestor isn't sure politicians who created the mess can fix it, so he may head to court.
And see if we do a class action lawsuit with all the companies that are going to be affected. That's about the only thing I can think of to do.
A lawsuit would probably work, but that would cost Nestor a lot of money. What would be better is for the legislature to clear up the confusion before the law goes into effect. We'll let you know what happens because thousands of small businesses in South Florida will be affected. A problem got you fenced in. You don't need a license to take care of it. Permit us to help and see if we can open the gate to a logical solution. With this, Help Me Howard and Patrick Frazier, 7 News.